Hello trader, welcome to another live session from Forex Trading User Academy. NFP week and also coming up later today ADP non-farm employment change, and this is pretty volatile. As you can see, the market has moved up and down quite a few times, and because the market has moved up and down, we are on a way that we can look for potential trading opportunity in this market. So looking at, first of all, monthly, I will be doing a full multi-time frame analysis, and then we will be looking for potential entry opportunity in the market as soon as we will find that. First of all, looking at the bigger picture, always look at the bigger picture is the best way to look at the market. Now looking at bigger picture, we can see that gold is bullish. Previous monthly candle closed as a bull candle, and this monthly candle we can see so far here, this is where we can see the market has formed a doji. And weekly perspective, here we can see that this is the weekly price action, significantly bull market here. And with that bull market, the price is maintaining that bullish market structure in this market. Dropping down to the daily, here is the key, and you can see this is the daily doji here. And what we can see that there is a daily doji formation forming series of higher low. The market has made its move to the upside, and we can see the price is in fact showing bullish trading opportunity at the moment. And the price already, you can see, multiple times tested the daily support. It couldn't break this daily low, and with the ADP non-farm, if we see the market has broken any of this daily low, that could be another big area that we can look for entry opportunity in this market, because this market was maintaining series of higher low since this daily candle. You can see, guys, paying attention is the key. When you pay attention, you started to see clear picture in the market. Already today we had a big trade on gold, and that was a massive one, because or around 90 pip, and that's what we can look for better trading opportunity when we see. Pay attention to the subtle things that you can see here. The market was forming series of higher low from the daily, so it's still maintaining that series of higher low. Anytime the price breaking that series of higher low will be a very good area that we can look for potential trading opportunity. Are you guys with me? Let me know if you understanding it. Any question, don't hesitate to ask. Good evening, welcome, hello everyone, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining the live session. Absolutely appreciate your support to the channel. This is today coming up later, we'll see that coming up, this one, ADP non-farm employment change, ADP non-farm employment change coming up later today on dollar, and we are looking to find better trading opportunity in that zone here. So daily chart will be marking up those levels, and also we will be looking at British pound US dollar later today, guys, so keep eye on that. We saw dollar yen also trending. We might even look for dollar yen as well if there is any better trading opportunity. We'll come back to it, but before that, let's see what's happening with the gold price here. Now here, as you can see, this is the daily support. Let's look at the now lower time frame price section here. Looking at 1 minute chart, we are dropping back to the 1 minute chart. As we can see that from the bigger picture, we can see that the market trend is up. Now here is what we can see from this level. This is where we have seen a breakout. If we look at the 4 hour here, also important price action, we see quite a few sessions of up and down, and the market almost reached that daily level here with the 4 hour candle. And you can see that this 4 hour candle almost touched the daily low, which is a very important point that we can note down. As the price touched that 4 hour, that this 4 hour candle has tested the daily low, almost touched the daily 4 hour 20 EMA. Now this candle also will hold that full ADP non-farm employment change news coming up, and it's important to look at how the price is in fact evolving over time. Now 11:15 p.m. in my zone is coming up in just matter of 45 minutes. ADP non-farm employment change, and if you guys look at it, you can see that this is the 4-hour candle that will hold that news. So what kind of movement we might see with that news is important, because if you look at here, you can see that this is the 4-hour candle and wick below. So let's see that overall situation in that movement, guys. Bigger picture is key, as I mentioned before. So you can see that this is where, okay, 10 EMA, which is the fast one, and then the 20 EMA, which is the slow one. So when you look at the price almost reach that 20 EMA on the 4-hour and also the daily low. So today's low here started from here and it just touched that level and then bounced back up. Now with the news, okay guys, with the news, try to understand what I'm trying to explain. We may see that the market, what I word is the may, not certain. So make sure also you take it first as a lesson, not probability just to start to sell. We may see that a spike could come back here, and then once we see the price broken the daily low, that's where we might be able to find potential bullish opportunity here. There is another probable scenario, try to understand here. If before the news, if the market, this price goes back to the 4-hour resistance, we can mark it down here before the news. That means that in that level, 23130 level, we will be able to potentially sell before the news. So before the news, we will be selling if the market reach that zone, 4-hour resistance. Then we might see that short-term drop again. But after the news or during the news, if the market drop here in the daily low or break the daily low, could be an opportunity to go long in this market. So these are the areas that we are looking at potentially trading. Now let me mark those areas, guys. Here, this is the daily support. We look at, so this is a daily support. So this is the daily support here. I'm looking at the 15 minutes. Okay, so this is the daily support. And this is the 4-hour, the intraday resistance line. And this is intraday. This is intraday resistance line. Okay, so 4-hour daily support, intraday resistance. Now if before the news the market is reaching in that area and having a rejection, guys, this is another important point that we need to look at, is the rejection. Okay, rejection is important because we want to see that the sellers coming in the market. How do you know that the sellers coming in the market, right? There is no fair indication, right? But there is a way to know that. That's why we are here, right? Because the market will drop only when the sellers will be willing to sell. And how do you know that the seller is selling the market? Is there any way to understand it? Let me ask you this question. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the live session, guys. Okay, let me ask you with a poll, because if you guys are really passionate about trading, then must pay attention here, which is very important. How do you know that sellers coming in the market? let me ask you the Q&A rather than the poll, because it's not a vote, it's a question. So how do you know the sellers coming in the market? So I posted a Q&A. If you guys respond to it, will be really enjoyable for everyone to know your answer on that. And before answering also, guys, just press that like button, will be helpful, because when you like, the YouTube algorithm like it, and when YouTube algorithm like it, more people can see it, and we can help more and more people, and we can grow our community. So I'm pausing for 2 seconds that everyone, so that can smash it to the same as the view. Done? Well done. Thank you for your support as well. And also, if you haven't subscribed, also I highly recommend you to do so. As you know that every day I'm posting a lot of content for free along with our premium subscription that will definitely change the way you look at the market. Okay, now let's go back to the lesson again. So if the market reached that level before the news to the intraday resistance line, this is where we will be selling. Okay, now the question is, how do you know that the sellers has come in the market? Because we only see the candles or candlestick patterns, indicators, not the sellers. Where are the sellers? How do you interpret the movement of the sellers or the order flow of the sellers in the market? Let me see the response to the Q&A. Okay, I had to end that because I can't see the chat, interestingly. Well done, Nabil, thank you. Okay, now we see that here is the pullback. The bar is in the middle. Where we our daily support, where is our 4-hour resistance. These are the two zones that you will be looking to see. Now the daily support is where here. Okay, so this is the daily low, and also these two levels that we will be considering here for potential. And this is the intraday resistance line, and we can see that one here. This is the daily support. So intraday resistance line, and this is daily support here. Okay, all right, look at that one here. Okay, so daily support and the intraday resistance, these are the two important levels that we will be looking at. And that's where, if you guys look at it, you can see this is the daily support and intraday resistance. So the market is just in the middle of this two important zone, and we need to look at the area of value for any kind of entry in this market. I hope that you are enjoying and understanding. Still, if you have any question, you can ask using the live chat here. I'm here to come up with any answer you have. I hope that things are coming up very well. Thank you very much. Good evening. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Should we look for bullish or bearish opportunities? So that's what we are discussing. And also I had a Q&A to ask that about the selling pressure here. Okay, so how do you understand the market will, if the market sell off in that area, what are the ways you will be able to know the market, the sellers coming in that market? What's your view on that? Now going back to our lesson again, if you look at here, you can see that this is a it's an important support here, okay, which is pretty important support. And you can see from here, after forming an inverted head and shoulder, so you can see the market form that inverted head and shoulder, and after formation of this inverted head and shoulder, so you can see that it managed to bounce, had done a pullback, another bounce, pullback, we might see that another one. So still maintaining that bullish market structure here. And yeah, we have still 15 30 minutes around. Yeah, ADP non-farm, I think it's in my zone, it's on yeah, so we have around 30 minutes for the 30 minutes for the news to come up, ADP. And also, what's your view on the ADP non-farm employment change? Do you think that it's gonna crash, as it is a very long-term bull market? Do you think that it's gonna crash? And also, what do you think about the ADP non-farm employment change at the moment? Do you think it's gonna crash to that level or even break below, or do you think that it's gonna moving back up again to create a new higher high? What's your view on ADP non-farm employment change? Let me ask with a poll. So what is your view later today on ADP non-farm employment change on gold? So in your opinion, with the ADP non-farm, do you think that XAUUSD may break daily support? Do you think that? Or you think that XAUUSD will break daily resistance? So to so I have posted a poll here to ask, what do you think about the upcoming ADP non-farm? I think gonna be bullish. Okay, so Augustine's opinion that it's gonna be bullish. So also let's see that, cast a vote, guys, so we know that how many members on what side, because the majority of what things might happen, and this is a great way to know exactly you know, that what could be the directional bias, because some of you are very intelligent and very informed, well informed, so might be helpful to know that what you are thinking about that. So coming up, yeah, so you can cast a vote here. And in the meantime, so you can see that on XAUUSD here in that area, this is a so far it's in the middle, but this is a resistance, support. These two are zone that we are looking to see potential movement, and then based on that we can look for entry. But the question here is the spike, which way it is taking to the level. And also you know, if you look at the major direction of the trend from that point of view here, see, if you look at the bigger picture like this, zoom out, then we can see what's happening in the market. Now you can see here it dropped to that level, has gone back up to that zone and then dropped to this level here, gone back up to that zone, created a lower high, dropped to that level, has broken that low, and then has gone back to that resistance line here. So we see that the market is in a different area of value, and because it's in a different area of value where the price potentially in a currently in a range, so breaking any of this high or low could create new opportunity in the market. So, and that's what we're looking at in the market to see where we can find trading opportunity based on that setup that we see. Let's wait and let me see what you guys are up to on this. Now, okay, now here is what's happening on the 1 minute chart on the lower time frame before the news to see where it is preparing for. Now we can see that when the market dropped to that order block and here it reverted back, this is currently in a local uptrend. Okay, so if we look at here, we can see that impulse. How do you understand, in fact, in the first place, an uptrend or a downtrend? Okay, so which is a very basic question but worth asking, because when we ask, we started to see a clear direction in the market. Okay, and our brain also very easily can detect those levels, those structure as the most important part of becoming a better trader in terms of technical aspect is to be able to recognize the trend in the market. And this is where, you know, that majority of the traders fail to recognize the trend. And to recognize the trend, one must also need to know the multi-timeframe analysis. Okay, multi-timeframe analysis is very important to understand the trend, because what you see here is not all about, right? What we see is not all about. There is always something more, right? You see that when there is a tree, leaves are moving, we only see that the leaves are moving, but we don't see the wind, right? If you are inside the home, you can't see the wind, but it's there. So what we see is not all about, and that's what we need to look at deep. We need to dig deep, and that's where you'll see that the multi-time frame analysis, when you look at the monthly, weekly, daily, even we are trading on the 1 minute chart, still it is worth looking at even the monthly, weekly and daily, at least once to see the glimpse of the directional bias in the market, and that's what we are looking at. You can see that here is gold, and this is an inverted head and shoulder here, and with an inverted head and shoulder. Okay, so you can see that inverted head and shoulder, we might see the market is moving like that. And as this trend is still remaining bullish here, we could see that it's possibly breaking to the upside and moving back here. And that's what we're waiting to see, that how the price is evolving. 1 hour candle closing nearly there. And with that 1 hour price action formation, you can see this is the 1 hour price. We may see the market now with the 1 hour candle close. If we see that sudden drop, breakdown, liquidity gap, and then we could see that bounce. But at the moment, as there is a news coming up, we are just looking for the analysis, and then once we see the plan is playing out, we will be looking for entry. Okay, so let's wait to see what kind of opportunity. And in the meantime, also we will be looking for trading opportunity on dollar pairs. So would like to see that how DXY is playing out here. Okay, now DXY analysis is very important, because this is where you will know that how the dollar is performing. Now let's look at the multi-time frame analysis, and once we see the DXY, we can predict most of the USD pairs, how they might be doing. If we look at the monthly here, DXY monthly candle closed with a huge red bearish candle. This month the bulls couldn't almost make any effort to the upside. Instead, from here we see the market started to drop in that direction. Looking at the weekly here on DXY, we can see that weekly doji, followed by we can see another weekly doji formation here, and we could see the market coming here in that direction, dropping down to the daily. We can see this is the daily resistance here, and that's where you can see the market cross that high. We may see that on the daily the price to potentially break below here. 4 hour perspective here, we can see that it's the 4 hour time frame on DXY, and this is very important area on DXY, and we may see that in that area for the price to potentially retest here and then to drop again, and then to drop again, and could be that potential trend on DXY towards the downside. And daily chart here is series of lower high. So from the daily and 4 hour, we can see the DXY is possibly to the downside. So therefore, if we look at dollar yen, which is currently among all the pairs, dollar yen beside gold is trending nicely, and you can see that it's nice looking trend here. 15 minutes pretty organized trend. So we will be also keep eye today on dollar yen with the ADP non-farm. We might see that one as well giving us possible entry. So looking at the daily chart on dollar yen, daily chart, we saw that there was a doji here, another bearish candle followed by another daily bear candle on dollar yen. And if we look at the 4 hour here, this is where we can see that this is the 4 hour bearish engulfer. The price has crossed that high and then has broken below, grab the liquidity. This is the 4 hour bearish engulfer in that area on dollar yen. And this session we saw the market initially bounced back up and started to drop again. Now if we look at closely on dollar yen, we can see that this is where series of lower high, and with that series of lower high, we could see that dollar yen coming back here to that support level, potentially to drop down further to this support, or even breaking below here, or even breaking below in that area. So big move possible on dollar yen for this perspective. So if you look at the 15 minutes here, it's in a trend, a drop, pullback, another drop, pullback. It's in another drop. Dollar yen, we can see that. And with that in mind, if we look at, this is a resistance here, and what you could see that on here on dollar yen, potentially moving up here, and then coming back here. So if we see that it may continue to drop, but we could see that dollar yen possibly moving back up to any of this liquidity zone and then coming down to that support level here. That's an important support level on dollar yen. So if we see that reaction to the upside, we will be looking for selling to the downside on dollar yen. That's what we're looking at on dollar yen. We'll see what kind of trading opportunity we may have. So let's keep both of them on the watch list and finding out that potential trade. Dollar yen, we will be looking at 15-minute chart, and XAUSD, we are looking at the lower time frame. We can see that there is a potential, there is a short-term down here, which looking to see how the price is showing up. And we have our levels ready. Let's remark them again. Is the daily level, the text. So this is daily support, daily low, 4-hour resistance here. All right, so if we look at the 1 minute, we can see those levels that we will be looking at. 4-hour resistance is here. So if the market coming to any of this level, that's where the daily, so this is daily support, and the daily low, daily support, daily low, and then coming up here to the 4-hour resistance. So this is the 4-hour resistance here in that area, and daily support, daily low, 4-hour resistance. Looking at any opportunity here on dollar yen, we will be waiting for a breakup structure. We will be waiting for BUS. Once we see that dollar yen had a proper breakup structure, we will be looking into any entry opportunity in this market. That's what the plan is. We are almost nearing to the news, coming up only 15 minutes to go for this news to come up. And once we see there is a data release, we could see that spike, and you guys can cast a vote here that posted. Will be helpful to know your opinion. And in the meantime, if you have just joined, we haven't opened any trade yet, looking to see any entry in any of these areas. And if you guys didn't like this stream, if you're enjoying, make sure you give a thumbs up here, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. I think, yeah, for me, welcome, yeah, absolutely, thank you. Higher highs followed by higher lows. Yeah, let's look at that one here, in that perspective here, in this area, looking at proper entry. And this is NFP week, as you know that we discussed quite a few times. NFP week is very important, and that's what we're looking at. Whenever NFP week, today we had a massive trade on gold. Probably I have also shared the same analysis on the on TradingView as well as in the free Telegram channel line, guys. The link in the description for the free Telegram. So if you guys haven't looked at or joined the free Telegram, you can do so. Free Telegram channel, you can find link in the description. Also, I can share with you the link in the live chat here. When you're in the free Telegram channel, you can find all the promotions ideas as well as trade ideas. The one today I have shared on gold was a massive one, and many of you probably have got the benefit from it, and that's why it is given. And I'm going to share it on the live chat as well. Free Telegram channel link, you guys can click and then join free Telegram channel for all the ideas as well as education updates that I'm posting every single day. So let's look at now here in that area. This is where you can see before the news it's coming back. So as I mentioned before, there are two probable scenarios. The market completely drop to the daily support, or it may bounce back to the daily resistance. Depending on where it is coming, we will find potential trading opportunity. But my bias. Now let's talk about what you guys are thinking, and then we'll discuss it. Now, okay, so where is the, I was looking at the pool, so we see the 25 boards. I would really expect more. So you see that 60% traders thinking that break of support will break resistance, 40% think. Okay, so let's wait everyone to cast the vote, and then we'll see which group or which buyers or sellers thinking more. Here, our plan for this news is either it is going up to the resistance or coming back to the support. The primary goal is to trade with the trend. Okay, so this is the number one criteria to become a better trader, trading with the trend. Imagine that you are rowing your boat against the current, right? So if you are on a river is, most river flows right in one direction, and you have a free choice to go in any direction, right? As a trader, you can either buy or sell. Now you are given a boat and said that which direction you want to go. What are you gonna choose? You're gonna choose to row your boat against the current, or you just sit and relax and the flow will take you where you want to go. Trading with the trend is going with the flow. There is a flow in everything, right? So there is a flow in the market. There is a flow in universe also, right? So everywhere there is a flow. And if you understand the flow, it becomes much easier. And there's a flow in the work also, right? So you probably have seen more often about the flow. You know, the athletes who perform excellent in the highest potential, they need to be in the flow. So how do you attain the flow? You can attain flow in anything. For those who had an experience in long running, that you will understand what it is look like to be in a flow. So if you are going for, let's say, 10 kilometer run, what will happen if you first 1-2 kilometer it looks like a very struggle, and then after 3-4 kilometer it's like you are just standing, you're not running, but you are running because you are in the flow. The brain takes that fully, and you started to become in a flow state, and that's where performance become much more outstanding. So in trading we want to be in flow as a trader, right? And at the same time there is a flow in the market, which way majority of the buyers and sellers selling or buying. That's understanding is a great way to understand how to trade with the flow, and that's what we are looking at, trading at, understanding. Now for me, the flow is where majority of the traders looking at, majority of the volume coming up, and that's what you will know from the price action. Understanding the price action is the key, is how you will understand what's happening in the market as a price action trader. Becoming a price action trader is very important. Most professional trader, price action trader. Though I use two important indicators in my chart, you guys have seen the 10 and 20 EMA, but these two are just indicator to understand the possible interaction with the price action. I never make any trading decision based on the indicator. I use them as a assistance towards the price action. Do you use an indicator? You can share your indicators idea if you have. In my opinion, USD looks weak against other pairs that we see. I think we will have retest at the daily support or monthly low to be used an entry for a long to the 4-hour resistance or potentially the monthly high. Now that's a very good point in terms of if the market really come to the daily low or breaks the daily support, it will be a great place that we will be opening a huge buy. The reason I'm saying huge buy is because we will be using that high probability setup. Okay, now let's go back to the daily support before the news. Now this is the daily low. Okay, and also I would like to mark the previous daily low. Now in case, which is also one probability to happen, guys, in the meantime I see the likes is still not same as the view, so I'm pausing for 1 second. Make sure you give a thumbs up, and also if you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so. Stay connected by with all the details that we have done. Welcome and well done. So here what we can see in that area, so if the price breaks below, especially coming back to the daily low or the daily low breaking the previous daily low, this is where the huge probability will come for potentially upside here. And now I'm going to look at all those areas to see how the price is interacting, right? So this is one daily low here, and the other daily low is here. Now in case the spike bringing that price here, that's gonna be a huge possibility for a buy, not by blindly but by price action confirmation after the market drops. So my eye here in that direction for a possible buy, not gonna sell in that area because it's already on the daily support. Anytime we'll see that bounce. The other probability is if the spike up to the 4-hour level and getting a stronger rejection for short term, we might be able to sell. We have only 4 minutes to go. Let's count down for that data to come up, and you can see that ADP non-farm employment change coming in 3 minutes time. Thank you for joining the live session. Absolutely appreciate your support to the channel. All right, so let's look at to see waiting for the data to come up and then to show up in the market. We have 2 minutes to go. Two minutes to go for the news to come up, and waiting for that potentially a spike in either direction, either to the upside or to the downside here. Okay, so 1 more minute. ADP non-farm employment change, and also coming up, this is a huge 3 days coming. Tomorrow, Thursday, another huge trading day, followed by Friday, another huge day. We'll be looking to that. And daily low, daily support, 4-hour resistance here. Like to see how the market might be doing here. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying, make sure you give a thumbs up before the news to come up, so do you know that which way the market might be heading here. Okay, so let's wait to see. Both of these dollar yen trying to bounce, while gold is still not moving much, but looks like that. Let's first look at the data, what it says here. It's still, oh, that's a very good improvement on ADP non-farm employment change. So a big difference in 118k was forecast, and it has come out to be 155k. So there has been huge job improvement in that. That could be little bit bearish for gold potentially, but the trend is up. So let's see how it has impacted gold price. Okay, so let's look at that, because optimistic results normally create bearish pressure on gold, while pessimistic results create bullish on gold. Now, as gold inherently bullish, so if the bad news coming, might see that very aggressively bullish. Good news might make the price either to move in a sideways or little bit of bearish, because that news may not be able to completely create a bearish move on gold. But if NFP coming on Friday giving a huge blow, that means the huge fuel on DXY, the buyers become very optimistic of DXY, then we might see that XAUSD potentially coming for a pullback on the monthly or on the weekly, depending on what kind of data coming. But at the moment, you see that it didn't move much, but we might see some short-term movement. This is the 1 minute chart. That means it didn't move much, is because of the data is optimistic in terms of DXY. And and it's good idea to wait for the price to show up, okay, before we take any action or any trade out of looking at without proper setup. So it's a very important criteria as a trader is to be patient when we are seeing that the market is not giving the opportunity. Now here is the move sideways, waiting for that drop possibly to the daily support and then bouncing back up. So here would like to see the market has come to a significant level, before we look for that entry in this market. Let's wait to see that. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Waiting on the market to show at a clear directional bias. We see that with the drop, it's maybe coming to that support here, or bouncing back up, depending on how it might be showing up in later stage. Now here this structure is still not very trendy, and we saw that early today there was a very strong trend here and also here. Now this is not a very trendy, so as it is not a very trendy, we may see the market to possibly come back here to the support level. And that's also my view on the market. Just at Miko. So you guys also thinking in the same. Okay, so you saw that quite a few bots has come out with the NFP, ADP non-farm. So now 59% has come to be to break the support, and we see that in fact it's partially playing out, as you can see the drop pullback. So it's still in a downtrend, so partially playing out in that zone on gold, and as it is partially playing out, we may see the market coming back below here to create a new lower low. Now that being said, so for our resistance, daily support, daily low, and waiting on the market to give a bias here. In this area, so far what happened is you can see it's middle of the daily support and 4-hour resistance. The possibility for, if you look at the 4-hour here, this current candle closing in 37 minutes, and in this candlestick pattern, we see that the price has come back to that 4-hour level, and then has got a rejection to the upside. So as it has got the rejection, this is a very key area at the moment, and you can see 37 minutes remaining for this market candle to close. But if it is going back to that level before the candle close, that could be an opportunity to sell again here in that area. And similarly, we see the dollar yen with the DXY movement on the 4 hour. If we look at the 15 minutes, it's where 1 minute on gold. If we look at the dollar yen 15 minutes, we can see that this is a the market has crossed that high. It's getting a rejection here on the 15 minutes on dollar yen. From the 1 hour also we see that drop. So dollar yen is also potentially breaking from that structure, which is breakup structure here, and we could see that the market is melting here in that area to that support level on this one on dollar yen. And looking at on XAUUSD, okay, so the 1 hour candle closed. You can see that this is a 1 hour candle, and it's now after the candle close retested and bounced back up again, which is potentially if we look at the 1 hour candle here on this one XAUUSD, still before candle close, less probability for a bounce here. That's where you see that difference here on 1 hour and the 4 hour. So it may even range in that area on the lower time frame before the 4 hour close. So let's see how far it may go. But in case the market coming here during the time period to that 4 hour resistance, that's where we will be looking to trade this market. I strongly believe that, guys, you're enjoying this live session. If you're enjoying, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. Looking to see possible entry here, and once we see that, we will be entering into the trade as soon as we find that opportunity in the market. Okay, so here you can see with this move, this is the 1 hour price action, as we mentioned, that after this 1 hour candle close, this 1 hour candle is a narrow doji, and we may see that the price is potentially heading to the upside to that resistance. And while we see dollar yen is also forming a long bearish engulfer here on the 15-minute chart. Okay, so gold is this one, you're having a reaction, and before this candle close, so 4 hour as we mentioned, we may see that a possible retest, which will be an amazing task if it reach there before the 4 hour close, to see a possible reaction in that direction before the candle close here. And so let's see if it is coming there, going back here, and then having the reaction. And now the price already has broken this resistance here. Okay, and with that break of this resistance, okay, so this is a resistance line here, and with that resistance, okay, this is an important level of resistance, we could see the market is going back up to that level, and would like to see where it might be heading to. Thanks for joining the live session. Traders, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. And let's look at here what kind of trade we have. And this is the strong move here, and we see the price is heading to that level and reaching that 4 hour resistance that we're talking about. So if it is going back there before the candle close, we could see that possible drop back here again after a rejection, not before rejection. If it is in fact touching that level, we still have 29 minutes for this price to go. That means this is the last 30 minutes candle that will be with the candle close. So if it is heading to that level, grabbing that liquidity, we may see potential reaction here, and we'll be waiting for the market in fact to show that before we enter. Okay, so here is with this one here, a move, pullback, another move. We may see that in that area that possibly you can see here a long wick rejection. It may possibly move back to the upside here. Okay, so there is a narrow doji formation. There is a narrow doji, and which is possibly a bullish move here locally. While dollar yen has a very strong rejection, but I'm not entering yet on dollar yen is because it may try to bounce back up where the candle close here. This is a buying area. In the past there was a bullish pressure in that area, so there might be another possible reaction to the upside on dollar yen. If it bounce back up there, that's where we will be able to see that opportunity. Now here on XAUSD, waiting for the market to show that possibly it's coming back here. So here is the resistance, support, and daily low here in that area. So we see that it's getting that reaction to the upside here, and we may see that possible trend here to the upside. And 4-hour resistance approaching. You guys with me? So here, let's see how it might be reacting in that area. And in that case, we may be able to place sell stop below any of this swing low. First, we need to see it has gone up, had a reaction, then we place the pending order below, so that if it drops down here, then we will be able to take the trade and take the profit before it again bounce back up. Waiting on that market to show up. And a bearish engulfer, followed by, we see the narrow bearish candle in that area. As we mentioned on dollar yen, from this support level, you can see it's getting that reaction. We may see that after retest coming back here. So we'll waiting to see that possible moving back to the resistance line. While we can see that gold also currently in this trend here. And okay, big drop, narrow pullback. We can see that another possible drop here to that support. All right, so very narrow movement here in that area, so waiting for the price to clearly expand from that zone. And in the meantime, also if we look at here is with the ADP non-farm employment change, we have seen the data has come out very optimistic for dollar here, and as coming up later at the end of the invoice session, Trump will speak, and then because it's Thursday, tomorrow coming up, especially the unemployment claims on dollar, which is also will be covering this live session. That will be really, and then we'll see the invoice session coming up, ISM service PMI. So tomorrow, today, and after tomorrow, these are very three important days, guys. And also if you guys want to see my live trades that I'm trading, I do share most of my trade in the group, as well as want to learn the best strategy that I'm trading, including all my tools that I'm using. You can join today. There is a 95% off going on to join the mentorship, which is ending very soon. And you can find link below this video in the description. You can visit the website www.forextradingwizard.com, where once you are on the group, you can access everything that we have. So here is what we can see from this support level: a bounce pullback, another bounce, deeper pullback, and it's in a sideways move, and we could see that from that sideways movement potentially going back up here to that level where there's high liquidity. And we would like to see that here what kind of that after break of this low, it's again pushing up for that pullback, and as the 4-hour close coming, we may see that it's approaching that level. Okay, let's see what kind of opportunity we may have, and until we see the market has shown its full hand, we have to wait for that price to give us that opportunity. Until we have to wait for that time to come, as that's how trading is. Sometime we wait a long time for one trade, sometime we can take quite a few trades within a short time period of time, as the market trend only 30% of the time, 70% of the time the market move in a sideways, right? So if you want to remain profitable, then this is where you need to work on to become more of observer to the market before we find any entry. And then once we enter that, we do proper risk management so that the trade that we have entered is giving us good return with the risk, which is very important. So, and also this is also for those who are in the academy, that the strategy that I use, all of them is proven and back tested, and also trend trading strategy tools that we have developed is based on also the trend. So trend is my number one friend when I am trading, as trading with the trend, even if you enter a trade in the wrong direction, still if you are trading with the trend, you have a very high probability that either you can close the trade break even or with really little profit. And that's where the best opportunity comes, when we are trading with the trend. And to trade with the trend, we need to know the market structure, when the market is moving, the market is heading to. And a lot of education that I'm posting every day, also in the free Telegram channel. If you guys really want to join today in the free Telegram channel, you can find link below this video, where once you are on the free Telegram, also you can see all the education ideas, strategies that I am posting. You can find the link in the description. So going back here, so I can share the free Telegram channel in the live chat. Stay connected. From free Telegram, you'll get all the info how you can get access to many of the things that we have in the academy, and also you can see all the real trading results that we are trading in the academy, and all the tools that we have in the academy, as well as group that we have, a community who are every day posting a lot of content in the group. And yeah, this in this academy, for those who are here long time, you know that we have now quite a few years of long history of trading in the market: gold, euro, dollar yen, Gbpusd, and many other pairs. And that is the best education, in my opinion, in this entire industry, because if you guys go back to my channel and see some of the old live session that we have done, the education that we are posting here is based on the smart money trading system. And if you're a retail trader and trading like a retail trader, then probably you're losing money. Or if you're losing money, then you need to go back and see, are you trading based on a smart money system? How do they trade, right? How does the smart money trade the market? And that's the rare education available in this trading, is because smart money doesn't trade like the retail trader. Okay, they trade based on liquidity. They trade based on price action and market structure. There's nothing more than this if you know exactly how to read them. Let me give you a little bit of idea how the smart money trades, and then you can implement it straight away. Let's look at that point while we are waiting for the market to show its hand. Now, as a retail trader, we have an additional advantage over a smart money. Okay, so this is also, we need to, once you understand their strategy, once you understand how the smart money is trading, you can, as a retail trader, take that opportunity to strengthen your trading, because we have a huge advantage over smart money. The first advantage that we have is that we don't need to wait for the liquidity to enter a trade. Neither we can enter anytime, we can exit anytime, but they can't. Now, if you look at this chart here, for example, when this doji form from the 1 minute chart, this is a retail trader doji, right? So as a retail trader, once we see this doji, we can get into the trade because we are a retail trader. But the smart money, when this candle form, their trade almost got expired. They need to predict this doji before it form, while the retail trader can trade that doji after it form. So this is an added advantage. Why? Because the smart money once enter into the trade, that doji has formed. Smart money compete with the smart money, right? So therefore, when this doji has formed, retail trader have seen that the smart money bought this market, and they can follow along the smart money. They can follow behind the smart money, while smart money need to predict the doji before it form. Now, why does in fact this doji is so important when we are trading as a retail trader? It's also important question, right? Asking question is the number one quality of a better trader, not only a trader, for everyone, because when you ask question, you become curious, right? And according to research, those who has a high level of intellectual curiosity become a better trader. Asking question, you don't need to have the answer, will give you a clear understanding of everything. Okay, so if you look at that doji that you can see on the 1 minute chart, why this doji has formed, right? So if we ask that question, we need an answer on it, right? Let's see how many traders are answering this question. I would like to post a Q&A. And in the meantime, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, you can do so. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, also you can do so. Will be helpful for your journey as a trader, to help the channel. And also, we are posting huge content every single day, as well as the live session, live analysis, live trades, that will give you really a clear idea of how the market is doing every single day with live analysis. So let me ask you with a question here. I'm posting as a question, just normal, if you guys reply to that or write that down. So looking at why this 1 minute doji has formed, let's ask this question. So what do you think that why this doji has formed? Let's say that why this doji. So this doji we are talking about. Do you have an answer for that? If you have, you can share. And once you are able to answer this question, you also able to see a lot of things that's happening in the market. Because have you ever seen that cooked rice? So if you want to test the rice, if it is cooked or no, you don't need to test all of them, you need to test one. Similarly, if you look at this doji, that will give you a very good understanding about the market. And let's see here in that area, what's your view on that? What do you think that why this doji has formed in that area? Now, in this zone here, which is we see that a complete structure formation, and that structure, you can see this triangular structure, and in that triangular structure, Okay, you can see that full sideways movement in that area. Triangular pattern. This is a very choppy at the moment in that area. And 4 hour is closing almost halfway of this candle. And if it closed here or reached there before the close, so you could look for sell. At the moment, with the new candle open, if it again in the meantime, if it goes up here, then we will be looking for possible selling here in that zone. As still the market, you can see 5-minute chart, if you look at here is the move sideways. It's on a, after this impulse, you can see it's still in a sideways in that area, and we may see that potential bounce here from that level to that resistance line on XAUUSD. Waiting on the market to show proper entry opportunity. So here is the move and then pullback, narrow doji. And here you can see that this is a lower time frame price action. One candle range. This is the zone that never look to open any trade, guys. This is a one candle range, and when you trade on a one candle range, you can't see anything. It's just a couple of pips up and down. So this happens when the smart money basically gather liquidity for another possible move, and the bigger the consolidation, the higher the probability for the breakout or breakdown. That's where also you look at when you look at the market. So when you look at that bigger consolidation, see this is a consolidation, and the bigger the consolidation, the higher the probability that the market possibly moving in one direction. Okay, so there is a gap open, and from that gap open we could see that possible direction in that area. So with that gap open, we could see now some break below 4-hour candle closing, and that might give the probability for another drop here. 1 hour also closing as a doji. So let's wait to see. Okay, here if it is forming any strong liquidity candle, any strong liquidity gap, we can look for possible entry here in that area. This is where the resistance line on the 1 hour chart. Now we can see that doji. Looking at the 4-hour close here, we can see that after this long wick doji, we could see some possible movement, and we waiting to see that what kind of move it's going back to the resistance line or coming back to the support here. So okay, so for example, in triangular pattern, what is the usual breakout in the straight line or in the inclined line? So the question I will ask, in triangular pattern, where is the usual break, in the straight line or in the inclined line? Okay, so in the triangular pattern, the breakout is always on the corner, right? So if you look at a triangular pattern like that, okay, the breakout always will be here, right? Because the market is there, that's why it's triangle, right? And so, but when we are looking at the breakout on a triangular pattern, it is always a good idea to look at what happened below this baseline. Has the market broken below that baseline before it is breaking to the upside here? Has the market broken below the baseline before it breaking to the upside here? It's the key to look at when we are looking at that one on, when we are looking at the breakout in a triangular pattern. And this is where a doji long wick bearish candle, we can see that here there is a long wick and another support here, and we could see the market is potentially making its way to the upside to the resistance line. Here is a liquidity zone. There's another liquidity zone here. Here is a long wick candle, wanting to see that it's potentially breaking to the upside to that resistance line, and it might reach that 4-hour resistance. As you can see, since we begin our session, it's still in a sideways, so we need to wait patiently for the entry. That's the key, always to be patient when the market not showing its hand. Gap open and wanting to see this breaking to the upside here. So this is the way the market is opening in that area. So this is a possibility for at least a short-term upside here. But the 1 minute candle form is also very weak response from the levels here. And you can see this is a move. We could see that bullish momentum in that area, but I will be waiting to see. Okay, so looking at the 1 minute, we see that there is a bounce. Because there is a bounce here with this strong breakout. Here is the possibility for a move. For our this is a very narrow range. Others had looked to enter a buy here, but the range is very narrow, and if we enter buy, we might see that it's getting to only, which is in fact 38, 39 p possible. Let's look at that trend line here. Okay, here I'm going to place buy stop here in that area if it breaks to the upside. So we have an edge in the market. Oops, it's bounced to the upside, and bounced to the upside, and at the moment let's wait to see if it is worth taking. So you see the price already reached that level, so you'll be placing the buy stop in that area. Stop loss below this neckline, and TP target here to that level, to the 4-hour resistance. So placing a buy stop at 3127. Uh, 3127.216. Stop at 3123.886, and TP at 3130.22. Smaller risk. Place the buy stop here in that area, and if the market trending moving up, we will be in the trade. Place the buy stop in that area, and if it is in fact having a breakout, we will be in the trade. We can see a possible breakup structure here with the 4-hour. Okay, so it grabbed the liquidity. Now if it wants to continue, you should be able to see the break of this high. Now let's wait if the market is moving back to the upside or it's here, and from that perspective, if it is breaking to the upside here, that would be that the market going up here and taking that direction. If it is coming back below, now you can see this market really very narrow. We saw a little trend and again breaking back again to the 4-hour support. Now as it is on the 4-hour support, if you guys look at it, this is the 5 minutes candle closed, and that 5 minutes also had a sharp drop. Now if it wants to go back to the resistance, or it come back here to the support, the way the market has got the rejection, it may require deeper liquidity from this support before it possibly to go back up to create a new higher high. So the possibility for short-term drop is high. With the 4-hour here, you can see this is the 4-hour support, 30 minutes candle, doji 15 minutes candle, also 5 minutes. Let's look at the 1 minute chart, and in this 1 minute we can see that this is a 1 minute price action, and that's where you can see the prices grab the liquidity and started to bounce back up here and getting that reaction to the upside, which is needed to see the market is having that reaction to the upside here on gold. And let's see where it is heading to, and based on that we can look for trading opportunity in this market. We'll see that. Forming a doji in that area, and with this doji, okay, the pending order is still remaining there. The probability for an upside is higher here at the moment for at least some short period of time, and if it goes up here we will be able to catch around 28-29 pip once we see the market has got triggered in that area. If we see that doji and a bullish price action here in the zone, and once I'm triggered I will be also giving a shout out, guys, to see here's the possibility for moving up. Now here you can see bullish move, and it's heading in that direction, which is a good to see market at the moment. Would like to see that it's going up and then trending. So here there is an inverted head and shoulder formation. So now if it bounce back up, we should be able to see a trade opened in our favor potentially if it goes up. Otherwise it started to drop, then we might see that again coming back here. Okay, so there is another rejection, didn't open, didn't trigger. Now this candlestick pattern that we see, if this one is going up to fill that zone going up, that's where you will be entering. It may be able to return again in that direction to the downside, which is also possible to happen at the moment. So let's see which one is going to play out. As we are looking at, the bullish bias is higher. And in the meantime, traders, if you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. We can see the doji formation and then break from that level, having that upside possibly to retest, and would like to see that going up, triggering that entry, and then moving back to the upside. Okay, I got triggered. My trade is active at the moment, and let's wait to see an upside bias. Our target around 28 to 29 pip here. And once we see okay, so the trade is active here and waiting for that possible reaction to the upside. Anything can happen. It's very tight stop loss. You can see only few pips, so only 36 pip here stop loss. Would like to see that the trend to the upside, though it is in a resistance, but we see that here is a bullish price action in that area. Okay, so here forming that gap open and wanting to see that it's moving in that direction. But if it is coming for deeper liquidity gap, that will be awful, not awesome. Thank you. It's dangerous time to be trading. Why you think that is dangerous? If as long as you do the risk management, nothing is dangerous. Link is not working, should be working. Let me see. Oh, come on, there's a So waiting for that. We see that after break of this high, so here is a breakup structure. So the link is updated, you guys. If you guys want to see the link on the description of this video, you can find that for that 100% deposit bonus. Also, I can share with you the link in the live chat. So I've shared with you in the live chat. You can use that link to sign up now and then to get 100% up to 100% deposit bonus depending on your geography, of course. You can use that link to sign up today and then get access to that. So you can see that the market here, this trade is interesting. It came near to the SL and then has got a potential reaction to the upside, still on it, and would like to see that it's going up again, possibly to create potentially a higher high. Okay, so here is given, and okay, so here is chart. All right, so it was a little bit dark and now it's white. Okay, here is what you can see in that area. This is a double bottom gap open, wanting to see that it's trending in that direction. By the way, guys, as I mentioned, currently you guys can enjoy 100% deposit bonus. So you can find link in the description, and also I've shared with you the link in the live chat. So if you're using that link, you can get that straight away depending on your geography. And here is what we can see, gap open, and with that gap open, the market, you can see that from here it's getting that potential reaction to the upside. This is in a very crucial level. Would like to see that it's breaking to the upside in that area, and as the price action showing that there has been double bottom here, possibility to bounce back up is higher. Let's wait to see the market going back up to the level. And come on, it's trying to break again. in that area. Okay, so if it is, let's say this one is closing as a doji or green candle, the next one should be moving to the upside, while we can see dollar yen also structuring in that area. This candle, expecting it to close as a red or green, especially if you see the green doji, then the next one could have an upside bias, but it's okay. So yeah, we can see that probability to bounce back up, and our TP target 3130. So if it made one move to the upside, that will take directly to the TP. So running the trade in that one, and would like to have some pip gain possibly in that area. Okay, we can see a move, and we are on the profit zone. We have entered the profit zone, and that is where the market is moving in our favor. Let's catch those peep here. Okay, we are up a few pip. We are up 13 pip. One more bounce, expecting to go to the hit to the TP level. If you guys enjoyed this trade, like your feedback here. So want to see that it's breaking to the upside here, and we can see that move. We are almost nearing to the TP, 26 pip running profit. Okay, so we're closing out that trade now, guys. I'm closing out, though we are nearly to the, okay, TP hit. Before I close, it hit the TP. So we are here around how many pip? It's moving back to the upside to the resistance, 28 pip up. So we are not looking at the moment dollar yen, so let's keep that aside. Here 28 pip gain on gold, and that's enjoyable, isn't it? When you know that, it's enjoyable. So that is why, you know, it's important that, guys, always looking for the market that is trending and entering into the right time in the right direction is the key to become a better trader. And you can see this is an impulse after this inverted head and shoulder, and the price in fact managed to break to the upside with that impulse here. And with that being said, let's look at now in the live chat. As you guys enjoyed that, thank you very much. Can you see your screen? Okay, I think you can see. Okay, so USDJPY, we'll be looking at that. But I would like to see, guys, how many traders have got a trigger here. If you guys enjoyed this trade, give a feedback. And did you have you got TP hit in that trade? Have you got the TP hit, guys? This is where you can see the market reach that resistance line. The price has crossed that 20 EMA, crossed that 4-hour candlestick pattern. We may see that possible continuation in that area, and it's a strong breakout. And coming up, NFP, we see that tomorrow, very important day, Thursday, as well as Friday is NFP. And I would like to see you there, guys, trading live together. This is another great trading day, and we still have full NY session to trade. Would like to see that also in the upcoming session, flourishing with some new trading opportunity. And this is another enjoyable day. I have enjoyed trading with all of you. I believe that you guys enjoyed the trade and so enjoyed this session. Great trade. Thank you. Welcome. And yeah, make some profit. Well done. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure you also keep that in your trading account. Before I leave, if you want to enjoy 100% deposit bonus, also you can find a link in the description for the broker that I'm trading. You can use that link to sign up to get onto it, and also want to learn my trading strategy and also being a member in the academy. Also, you can find link below this video in the description. You can visit www.forextradingwizard.com to become a member of the academy for the rest of your life. So with that being said, thank you for joining this live session. I'll see you again trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.